Good morning, America. It's the Edge Radio, and this is your favorite show to listen to every single Tuesday and Thursday morning. I'm just saying, I got my crew with me. How about you? So let's get into this thing this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Why y'all always laughing at me? It's not funny.
How about you?
Tell everybody where they can follow y'all on social media. Do it quickly.
Yo, I am Miles Anthony, across the board, Miles with the Y. Find me. Don't be offended.
Okay.
And I am everybody's favorite homegirl, Hey Charlie, and it's HeyCharliy on all social media.
Don't ask us why she decided to do it that way. Maybe we'll get a lesson on that later.
I will let you guys know later and on the secret as to why I did a Y instead of
or
an
if
E.
you could figure it out, we would love for you to put it in the comments. Tell us why she did it.
Why is it
I do
better?
it?
Tell us why she did it.
Why
and then she'll give us
did
the
I
real
do
reason
it?
Maybe later in the show. Everybody, I am simply Dot Taville, your host, and we're gonna jump right in. It's not time for weekend recap because it wasn't just the weekend.
Need to do a midweek recap.
We do need to do a midweek if we start doing something midweek. But all I've been able to do, as we discussed the other day, is teach those kids. Constantly. I'm going through a lot. I told y'all this is definitely an experience. Okay,
She definitely
Miles,
the coffee cup is back.
I have
And bigger.
absolutely no idea how you can be around kids like that all day, constantly telling them what to. It's beyond me. I don't like repeating myself.
I don't repeat myself. I don't repeat myself. I think you have the upper hand, and you gotta realize what your upper hand is. And for you being a parent, like, I realize that you know what they love the most.
Right.
And if you know whatever they love the most, then you now have the advantage.
But then, when you do that and you use those things, it turns into this, oh my God, mommy type thing. Then it distracts them from their work. Like, I've tried those things. I have even gone to reading Boys Alive. I've been a big Boys Alive fan. It tells you how to, get your boys in line, right? And went to the bouncy balls, instead of allowing them to sit in regular chairs because they just get so out of whack. And they're just like, now they're bouncing and they're making the faces with the bounce. The daddy cut the bouncing chairs out. But at least it was keeping them focused on the computer. Yeah. So I thought I had won a battle that got reversed.
No, not really. I think the thing is, like I say, we think battles are a day long, or we think they're a week long. This is a process for you. So you have to stick to your guns, and they'll fall in line eventually. It's just the only way it works. Because I think a lot of times we allow the children to feel like they are equal playing with us. And a lot of times you do that by
we try not to do that in our house.
But when you're allowing them to outwork your demands, then now they're on equal playing field. So whether you say it or you allow them to talk to you that way, but if you allow it, they know if I can keep doing this, then eventually mom will give out. Then now they're on equal playing field.
Yeah. Put your foot down.
But you got to stick with it. And it sucks. It sucks. You got to stick with it for a long period of time. But eventually it'll fall. And it got to be across the board.
Parenting is a challenge.
Can't only be in school.
I got to be a real parent now.
Right.
So here's the next thing. The next bad actor that we have, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donald Trump. Your president, I've not been saying his name for a couple weeks now, but I thought it was time to put it out there.
It's finally time to start using his name.
We are basically head first in time for, the election season to get started. Let's just say that. He has officially made a statement that he is not going to respect a peaceful change of power. How do we feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? What are you going to do, sir?
Back to people being a brat.
I was about to say,
Did we even talk about these kids?
Sounds like he's just having a fit. I don't want to go. That's really what he's doing right now. That's it. Really, he's like, you don't like me, you're gonna like me.
I could definitely see him doing that. And what? You're not going to respect it? Are you just going to stay in the Oval? Are you going to just stay in the Oval?
Are we surprised?
But what I'm saying is, how do you do that? It's the White House.
They're going to drag him out.
Oh, my God. If they drag him, that will be the best social media ever. Somebody please go live.
He's going to give us some,
you're not going to have to go live. You're going to have a billion cameras.
Oh, my God. Please go live. I want you to edit it. I want you to put a song to it. And I want you to pull him out repeatedly.
I want us to just get over the fact that, it's election season. What this process is. The same way you had so much to say when Barack Obama was changing over powers I feel like you just get used to it. Like, you're the president. Okay, we know.
You
either
are
we're going to
smart
keep you or
enough.
we're going to get rid of you. There's only two options. Like, there's no, I can try to change the way that America has been built. Like, no, it's not going to happen. I think he feels like he has so much power that he can change the way that
But really he does. I mean, every single time he decides, I just wanted to know the actual steps to refusing to leave. Like, how do you plan this? Do you have extra warriors outside the door, you know? Are you who's coming to help him with this?
He might. After watching Antebellum, he might. That might just
that
be
Antebellum boy. It's got everybody feeling woke.
I hadn't even seen it yet, but I just think that I think that he knows it's a very slight chance he'd actually lose.
All right, let's move on to some. Let's just move on to some real world news, ladies and gentlemen. The Breonna Taylor case. I don't know where to start here. There are so many different pieces of the puzzle. I think we knew that this was going to happen. So if you are not aware and you were not watching TV last night because it was on every single channel, everybody took to the streets yet again because no one was actually charged with her death. It seems that the police were acting in their right. Do we agree with this, ladies and gentlemen? If I'm just saying?
No.
Not at all.
We didn't agree then. We don't agree now. I don't see how. Well, you know what? I see how. I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised. She's like,
I'm really frustrated, so I don't have many words for it.
Express it.
I think my thing is, at what point does it not become draining? Right? Like, I can't.
Very true.
We've waited this whole time for something that we knew was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Honestly, we didn't. We were screaming justice. We were yelling justice. We were hoping that the system did not fail us yet again. And then at the same time, we knew what the result was going to be.
Very true. And the only reason that an indictment, I feel, you know, Miles and I talked about this briefly earlier, was the fact that the man himself said he fired blindly. Like, that was in his report.
That was it, yeah.
Why did you choose those words, sir? Now you're indicted for recklessness, not the murder of a 26-year-old female in her own home for a reason. You were there for no reason, basically. The person that you were looking for was not there, had not been there.
What I think is crazy.
Bad information. There was a lot going on here, you know. I wanted to also bring up the fact that, you know, I did a little research, and in regards to, you know, wrongfully accused, you know, because we talked about wrongfully accused a couple weeks ago, and 60% of the cases of people who are being released have to do, when they go in, they always find that it was a cop who did something dirty, whether they tried to hide some piece of information. It's always a cop. 60% of the people that have been released, not because of Dana, you know, DNA results and this, that, and the other, because a cop inserted something either onto this person before they were arrested or put something in their paperwork. 60%.
That's because America has given the police the opportunity to not be policed. And that's an issue. There's no other place on earth where there's no other job in America. There's no checks and balance system except for the police department. And the people who are checking and balancing want to protect the people they're checking and balancing first.
Very true. You know, and I've talked about, you know, and I'm not against the police, if you will. You know, I don't want to say that. I have talked about, you know, extensive counseling sessions and all this kind of stuff. We know that the police go through things and that they experience things that, you know, we wouldn't see on a regular basis, and their minds have to, you know, deal with that. But when it comes to the African American here in America, it seems like we are constantly,
here's my thing,
taking the end of the stick.
They chose that position
constantly.
And there are a lot of first responders who aren't out here there's not
EMS
out here injecting people with stuff. Firemen are not lighting
all
people
of them
on
have
fire.
The opportunity to take advantage of their jobs. You're right.
Police have been police forever.
Yeah.
You knew before you signed up 10 years ago.
They hired the right one, baby.
That you were going to be in danger. You knew that.
Yep.
You were going to be in some tough situations.
Yep.
And the idea.
Stop going directly to the military to get ex-military.
That the idea that
as you can
it's
see,
just
the
hard.
team is very emotional about
it. Yeah,
this.
man, like it's tough.
It's serious. I make light of a lot of things just because that's who I am, and that's how I process things. Y'all may not like it, but I'm just saying it's who I am, and that's how you have to take it. I'm not talking about with you guys. I'm just saying for out there, they may think I'm taking this lightly, but I need everyone out there to know this is super serious, and not only do we need to, I don't want to say wake up or whatever like that, but train your kids to be able to cope and deal with situations when they do arise. But this girl didn't have that opportunity. She had plenty of sense. It wasn't that. She didn't have a choice. But we have to figure out as a people how to fix these problems. And there needs to be some changes when it comes to the police department.
I think another thing is the type of policing we have in our neighborhoods, right?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the first time that we've had somebody had their home invaded.
No, yeah, we're
it's
definitely
more so
our neighborhoods are police totally different than
right.
And the that comes along with police in our neighborhoods. I had a discussion with an ex-police officer sitting in a cigar lounge, older white guy who retired or whatever, and he was like, "Well, do you know that murder, 60% of the murders are created by black people or something like that?" And I'm like, "Bro, do you understand that means they have to be convicted for you?" No, that's just the ones done. How is it not possible for that number to exist without some type of something behind it? Which means that they're just convicted. It's a cycle, the never-ending cycle of the way that they've handled our neighborhoods.
Plus, we know that crime travels poverty.
But they've created the poverty.
Right. Until you fix the situation and put people on a more even playing field when it comes to being able to get jobs and resources in certain neighborhoods. We're still having kids, everybody keeps talking about this digital divide. We still got kids who don't have internet and computers in their homes. It is 2020.
Yeah, that thing is,
no internet at all, not even to use on your cell phone. Then they passed them out tablets. Y'all don't know that these kids even have internet service in the area, let alone in their home. There's areas without internet service.
They don't even care if a child has anything to eat at night, if they have suitable clothes, if they have running water. Like, it's bigger. I think the biggest thing is the perception of the value of minorities, black people, of black families. We see it every day. See it in white collar crimes. Because there's a lot of people who do way more crimes on a bigger scale, and we don't know about it.
Right.
They're secretly killing people.
There's a whole boat of dope that belongs to
money.
No, didn't we just have a whole
boat
of dope that was found that belonged to Bank of America or Chase Bank? I'm sorry, that just disappeared. Nobody said anything.
I'm like,
insurance.
What I think it is they do so much to feed into a narrative, and then they appease the emotions of the people. That's why it frustrates me that how is it that we can have all of these different people in power and influencers be pushing so much for the justice of Breonna and get nothing done, but we could probably push for the justice of an elephant. And the elephant can get replaced. Like, that's the thing. It's like, where do you put the value of a black life?
Where?
Nowhere.
Where, America? Like, I'm just trying to understand. And I mean, I'm at the point to where I'm really, 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 really paying attention to everything. Okay. Like, you can't be an ally. You can't be an ally and this be okay for you.
Hey, listen, I'm going to stop her right there. I know y'all heard the message. Listen, stay conscious, stay edgy, and we'll be right back.
We've been out of control since we got hit back in March 2020. Mortality rates keep climbing. Infection rates go up and down and then back up again. How long will this go on? No clear answer. Will a vaccine even be effective as this virus continues to spread and to mutate? No clear answers there either. I'm a trained nutritionist, herbologist, personal trainer, behavior modification and stress sciences expert. I'm also a COVID-19 and pneumonia survivor. I've watched the continuous wall-to-wall news coverage, and while yes, wearing a mask and social distancing are crucial now, you're not being given important tools that you need in order to fortify your first line of defense, your best line of defense, which is your own immune system. What's going on here? There are simple, affordable, and natural ways to help build your immune system to fight any virus or bacteria now, and it starts inside of you. That's why I need to invite you to join me for Beyond the Mask, an intimate talk about vital ways to immediately begin boosting your immune system. Are you worried about the potentials of a second wave? Are you concerned now that your immune system may not be strong enough? Let me show you now the changes that will allow you to optimize it. Let me show you how to maximize your exercise benefits in a 12-minute routine that you'll do every other day to easily increase your metabolism, strengthen your respiratory and immune systems, and give you better circulation throughout your body. Listen, sugar feeds both bacteria and viruses. Let me show you ways to kick that sugar addiction now and to get some weight off. Let me share with you keys to better nutrition that boosts your immune system. We are all under too much stress, and stress weakens your immune system. It single-handedly leaves you vulnerable to all kinds of health issues and infections because stress reduces your immune cell numbers and their ability to function. Let me show you tools that you'll easily integrate into your daily life now to naturally reduce your stress cortisol response. I also want you to know about some nutritional supplements that have been shown to naturally improve your immune system and your overall health. Since January, there have been over 700 studies released worldwide on the relationship between COVID-19 and vitamin D3 deficiency. You need to know why. You want to improve your own immune defenses now? Want to take back your control? Sign up today for Beyond the Mask and join me as I give you information and tools to easily get you back on track towards a healthier overall immune system now.
Yo, welcome to I'm Just Saying, every Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 10.
8:30.
Make sure you check it out. Also, make sure you check us out on social media as we do stream live on Facebook at Edge Radio Network TV. Also, you can find our page, I'm Just Saying Live, as well as our own personal pages. So make sure you check us out there and comment. Say what you got to say. We'll comment back. We'll talk back to you. It's worth it. Trust me, we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Also, check us out at IJS Live on Instagram. But
wait, before you get to that, remember, we are also still giving the massager away. All you have to do is go there, tag a friend, ladies and gentlemen, and like the page. It's too
really
easy.
Look, y'all keep playing. I'm going to take that massager home. Okay,
all right. Okay, go ahead. Now, what were you saying, Miles? Some kinks. She ain't had no kinks this morning. She was...
Oh my God, Miles! But you forgot one last thing. We do have the voter registration drive this Saturday.
I didn't forget it. I got up, but yes, we do have the voter registration drive this Saturday. September 26th.
Right.
Make sure you're here.
I can't wait to see
Live
y'all.
music, art, us.
I can't wait to see y'all working live through the party. You know, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Likes to work through the party.
Yeah, work through the party.
Yeah, she said.
Watch Miles work the crowd.
I'm not working in the crowds. Nah, I'll be here. We'll make it happen.
We'll see. And we'll definitely be safe because we masking it up around here. I got me some fancy new cute masks and everything.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Oh.
I wish I would have thought to do a red, white, and blue theme or something like that, but I know that I'm not going to use that
I personally, I've gotten to the point now where I don't wear anything with USA on it.
Green,
I won't wear anything red, white, or blue. I refuse to wear anything USA. Because when you're supporting, right now, if you're supporting USA, you're supporting the way things are done, and you're actually honestly saying, you know, I ride with the country over the people.
I'm just saying.
And so
did you hear how he just did me? Knowing I'm a red, white, and blue girl, I just have always been that way.
I really do feel weird, and
but there's time for change.
Girl, and, you know, like we love our state, we love our country. Well, you know,
country.
I can't do it.
I can't wear none of them.
I can't wear none of the red, white, and blue
jackets and sweaters and stuff.
I can't. I was looking today. I had a sweatshirt. It's actually like a USA soccer sweatshirt, but like I was just like, I can't put that on right now. I mean, I may put it on one day soon, but right now I don't feel.
Right now,
I can't do it.
I'm not very patriotic.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
that reminds me of too much of making America great, and it ain't that place of greatness at all.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before the break, we were talking about Breonna Taylor and all of the things surrounding it, and we're going to add the piece in regards to the police officers that were murdered, you know, during these protests. We have remained peaceful for a very, very long time. Let's say I would have thought there would be more police murders by now, the way that they've been setting these things up. 20 police officers, thousands of people, you know.
No, because I think
I would have thought that something worse would have happened by now.
I don't, and I hate the narrative that we're just reckless in our anger. Like, and I think that to say that we think that there would be more police deaths in that process means we're not just mad. We're not mad at just police who are just standing in uniforms in general.
That's not what I was saying at all.
No, I know you're not.
Okay.
I know you're not. But I don't want anyone else to think that. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not saying that. That the anger, the frustration that is built up is toward the system more than it is the people. Because even if we're mad at the police who've actually done it, right? Like, we don't do anything to police that's actually done it. We haven't shown up at your house. We haven't.
We know a lot of y'all are doing fictitious stuff at your job every day, just like the police. You know, y'all are underhanded like
we would have been shooting police every day.
Right, if that was the case. Or, like you say, the actual ones, like, we know their names. We know your faces who have gotten off from these murders. Yeah. We haven't even come to your house.
Right.
We haven't come and shown up.
Once the media is done, everything's over.
Right. So it's not that we're mad. We're not even angrily, and I don't even know if it should be or shouldn't be at those particular people. We're angry at the lack of respect the system gives us. And that's what we're trying to say. So anybody that has that narrative about it's just reckless people protesting, acting stupid, it's not the case.
I wouldn't even say that it gives us. It's the lack of respect that it has on Black lives. That's what this whole thing is about, ladies and gentlemen. If you're confused for any 2 seconds, the life doesn't matter. There are deaths occurring and no one is being held accountable. That is the problem.
Do you realize if I got caught selling 2 Percocets in the middle of some club last night, I'd probably
the way you say Percocet.
I'd have got more time than what these guys are facing right now.
No, seriously, you probably wouldn't have made it out without a few bumps and bruises.
Yeah. No doubt.
And they would probably taken advantage of you because they knew you was on them perks.
Well, you know, so before they actually gave the ruling, they actually had already started they were like starting to barricade, like put up boards in the city.
They know they were
set a curfew. I mean, one officer was shot. One Louisville officer was shot during one of the protests. But I mean, it's
we don't know the details of that case.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who knows? It could have been an accident.
Right.
It could have been, a situation. It wasn't like they were probably out here hunting. This is the thing.
They may very well be. I believe in it.
Look, one thing I think is very interesting. If you really think we are that dangerous, none of y'all would be alive. Think about it. We have Black military alone. Some of the best shooters who come back and have terrible treatment. If they wanted to retaliate,
they can't even find a job. You know,
if they wanted to retaliate alone. So it's like you said, it's not us being dangerous. It's the narrative that we don't hate the police. We celebrate when some of our people join the force. Like, we're really happy for them. It's not that. It is the system, and the system has to do better. There has to be accountability. And and this is why with the presidency, I get it. I get where we're going, but I'm not excited until everyone is held accountable. Like, we have these checks and balances, but no one, and even the president to have the
audacity to be like, what did he say? He said that he gave a great speech and he's a good man.
Yeah. Is that what you are?
He gave a great speech. And we're still not going to address Breonna. He's refused to say her name. He's refused to even address the situation. But you can address
these are the same attitudes that go throughout
and shooting people during protests.
Yeah. These are the same attitudes that are keeping us in the places that we are. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please do everything in your power. You know, we are solutions driven. We want things to be fixed. We're trying to be part of the solution. We're talking about it. We're going to continue to talk about these things. We in no way condone anybody going out and shooting a police officer while they're on their job. You know, they're still at work. That's just like you sitting at your cubicle.
Somebody just come up,
and somebody just piled because they didn't like something that you did yesterday or that your company did. You could very well be held accountable too. But people are going without being held accountable, and the masses are taking it into their own hands. And can we blame them? Yes and no.
We need to vote, and we need to keep the agenda alive.
And we need to hold people accountable when they say they're going to do something for your community, and they don't just revote them back into office.
No.
Like, that has to stop.
But even before you don't revote them back, they have an office that you can knock on the door of.
Yep.
Very true.
They really do. They have.
Don't be scared.
You can meet them in your community, especially about your city councilmen or city council women don't have to live in your community. They have to have at least lived there when they got elected. So you can find them. You can talk to them. I'm not saying do anything to them, but if they're not doing and saying the things that they are doing, the things they said they were going to do,
hold them accountable.
You got to hold them accountable, and that's the problem with the system. The political system has become a place to get some nice money, as opposed to a place to get anything done.
Getting a check.
And it doesn't matter at what level you're talking about, the local level, all the way up until the presidential level. You have to hold them accountable, and everybody is getting over.
Yep. All right. Okay, so while we're talking about accountability, I'm going to change the mode just a little bit. We know that everybody has been talking mental health, right? Everybody is screaming it from the rafters. I want to say this for my Tennille's educational moment, if you will.
Ooh, the TEM.
Learn to love yourself and live your life. We have to get out of the shadows of these family members, these old sports stars. There are so many other things right now that people can be doing that were not available to people before. Charlie is an example of this, running a business from the internet, basically, type thing. She is very much that person. We all do it. There's so many different things out there. You remember back in the day, you couldn't be a male designer or stylist without people assuming that you were gay. Things have changed. Wake up, everybody. You need to know that there are things out there that can make you happy. That's why a lot of people are having these mental health issues. That's one of the driving forces, is because you are not happy in your current lifestyle. I'm just going to ask both of you to include you in this conversation. What is something that you really, truly receive joy from? Let's see if we even know, because a lot of people don't even know.
I receive joy coming to sit next to you twice a week.
Great. See, I receive joy talking to you guys. I don't care who's out there listening. I know somebody is learning something every single time, and I feel good about it.
I agree with you.
I'm an entrepreneur myself. Nobody would have ever thought that, she gonna make X amount of dollars off of trucking. Do I look like a trucker? Let's just be honest. I can't pick up nothing.
When I had my trucking fantasies growing up, y'all fit in them.
I let the men.
Oh, we fit in
them. Y'all fit inside my trucking fantasy.
No. I let the men, load my truck and do stuff like that for me because I can use that to my advantage. I use my oil and gas experience to my advantage, and it worked out, So a lot of people, you need to put some planning into these things when you figure out what it is you like. Because I like not having to go clocking in at a job. I like being able to say when I'm going to go somewhere. And if I want to take a trip cross country in my dually, I can do it. Because that's what I like to do. And I like to be there for my family. My family is one of the things that gives me joy, joy, joy. I never would have thought that I would be one of those people that says, F all that. My kids come first, never would imagine. I always thought it was going to be strictly about the money. I've always been one of those people. I'm trying to get to the dollar. I didn't have much growing up, so I was always trying to get to the dollar. But when I had a family, I was like, oh, wow, this is kind of nice. Sometimes you do sit down and you relax and you chill out with your family. You like to cuddle your kids. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. You need to pick what makes you happy. Some people, it is still the money, very much so. And they're going to go to work and them kids just going to be at home by themselves. It is what it is. I'm not that person. Charlie, what do you really, really enjoy?
I really, really enjoy music.
Okay.
I love
live or
music. I'm a singer, so I love to write music. I love to perform. I love being around musicians. So if I can just sit while they're shedding, which is basically just a ongoing everybody just playing together. But yeah, no, I love music. I grew up around music, so that is my happy place when I can literally just sit and do music. And since I'm getting back to it, I'm like, this is what really, really makes me happy.
We need to do Charlie one of those tiny concert series. Don't you? I just love those.
Tiny Desk?
Tiny Desk. That's what it is. Tiny Desk. I just love those.
You heard that, band? We're gonna come and do it here at Edge.
Look, we could do that. We could definitely do that.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that make me, and my family. My family makes me happy. Okay. I can escape from the world and go hang out with my siblings all day long. I can hang out with my parents. Okay.
Good. Okay.
Good.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say this. Find what makes you happy. Live your life. Stop worrying about people judging you because they're going to do that anyway. Okay. Yeah. There is no avoiding it.
Can I add to that? Mm-hmm. I think, and the three of us can attest to this, if you really look and dive into what you love to do,
oh man,
and you really do it as much as possible, you realize there's probably a lot to do with your purpose on earth. Yeah. And eventually the money will come along with what you love to do. It took me a long time. It may not be I guarantee you it's not going to be. It's not going to be tomorrow. But it took me 35 years of my life to understand that concept. I mean, I heard it, I believed it, but it takes a long time for you to actually sit down and say, it took me a long time rather. But once you do it, now it may be a lot of work. You may work a lot more hours than you did when you're 9 to 5. You may not make as much money, but you don't even realize that that's what you're doing. You're not looking for an escape from it the minute you start it. So therefore, because I've had people, that I know, like, man, you always chilling. You always just hanging. You always just doing this. And we had a conversation, but at the same time, like, these are my jobs. These are my companies. These are my hobbies. This is what I do. Yep. And this is how I feed my family, doing things I love to do every day, all day. And I wouldn't change it for the world.
No. Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
I'm definitely with that. And parents, I want to say this. Please stop with the discouraging talks. You may have a little girl who talks too much, or, a little boy who is the drummer boy or whatever like that. All of those are skills that can be harnessed. You know what I'm saying? Those things can all go somewhere, especially with YouTube right now. Sit a camera on that baby. They may say something really funny. Start posting those sound bites, and they can get a little check before it's even time to go to school. I talk about that with AUA all the time.
But what you're saying, since three of us talk for a living or do something like, how many of y'all were the talkers in class? How many of y'all were the ones that couldn't be quiet?
I got it done very quickly, and I would talk afterwards and want to talk to everybody else, right? I'd be like, or I'd want to help everybody, but then I start talking to them because I want to know everything about their lives. Right. And this is what I do.
Well, everybody live your purpose. We can't say it enough, and we're going to love you for it. This is I'm Just Saying, and we'll be right back.
And we're back with Athletes United Experience on Edge Radio, and where truth still matters. As a side note, viewers, the Art and Jazz Fest voter registration drive, and as we talked about this earlier, will be held right here at the Midtown Bar and Grill, September 26th, beginning at 4 p.m. That is the Art Jazz Fest voter registration drive. So come on out, prepare to complete your civic duty, and vote your consciousness. Okay. As we broke, we're talking to Dr. Crystal Mark here, and she had...
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Hey, this is the Talk About Unity show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters.
Come on.
And right now in our country, that's what we've got to do. So we do that here at Talk About Unity on the Edge Radio Network. Be with us every week.
It's going to be awesome. It always is. And I tell you what, the more we seek first to understand, then be understood, we make progress.
And we like to do that. And that's why everybody's on the brink. We love what we do at Edge Radio because everybody's on the edge. We bring them back from the edge and we bring the unity. So we're just glad. Edge Radio Network every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Talk About Unity because here at Edge Radio Network, truth still matters.
Hello and welcome back, America. This is Edge Radio, and I'm just saying, the crew is keeping it live this morning. I want to give a big shout out to our boy Vanderbilt. I know y'all noticed his presence is missing on today. So, hey, you're in our prayers. Make sure you keep your health up and get well. Okay.
Got you, fam.
We got you. Now, with that being said, we are going to jump into our sports talk. Woo! Boom, 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 boom. How about that? Okay, Miles, why don't you kick it off? Where are we going first with this thing? Because you know there are so many things, and you missed it on Tuesday. Let me just tell you
what
that.
I missed on Tuesday?
All I talked about was the Cowboys won.
No, I missed nothing on Tuesday. I'm really glad I was not able to make your Cowboy talk.
Okay,
right.
Go right ahead. Kick us off.
So, starting off, let's go right into it. Let's get into the NBA, right?
Okay.
So,
yes.
2 nights ago,
okay,
Lakers fell. Denver Nuggets won. So they're back to 2-1. It was a great game. They really came out, did their thing. Lakers tried to make a push.
Are you a believer in the conspiracy theory that they dragged the series out? Are you one of those?
No.
Did they drag it out for money purposes?
I think in certain ways they've done it before, not necessarily on the court. I think the NBA will do things like spread games out for 4 days in between stuff like that.
Scheduling.
I think it's too many pieces on the court. Like I don't know. I believe you got 10 players, 3 referees. So you think that they are really playing
and teams are really winning when
it comes time? Because when you have a conspiracy, everybody in conspiracy has to be in agreement and working together.
And that would be really hard.
It'd be really hard for you to sit all the NBA players down, all the referees, all the coaches, everybody down and say, hey, we're going to make sure you lose this week and we're going to play next week like it's WWE. Gotcha. And at the same time, it never come out. I just don't believe in that. And also, being a coach and a player of the sport, like, there's too much pride. There's too much competitive.
Too many competitive spirits.
And then to say that means to tell me that you had to say, okay, Jamal Murray, you're gonna hit a 30-foot turnaround 3-pointer at this time. Like that's just impossible. Like those things are just too much to put in play.
Okay.
Last night, speaking of which, also Miami did, of course, beat Boston.
Yep.
They went up 3-1.
Oh, the Celtics.
The Celtics are, but it's not the Celtics. I mean, it is what it is. They're close games. They go either way. I think they're both great teams. All they're doing is winning to get beat next series anyway. But
I'm just saying. You got to remember when you make a comment like that, you definitely got to say I'm just saying afterwards. It just wouldn't be right.
Right.
Okay?
Whoever wins is gonna get beat in the finals anyway. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, last thing in the NBA. There's real high talk that Mike D'Antoni's about to get hired by the 76ers.
Yeah, I know. How do you feel about that?
I think.
Look at his face. Look at his face, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's a couple things. So basketball-wise, I think is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He doesn't fit with their players. He doesn't fit with their system. I don't understand it.
Maybe they
I don't
need
see
a
the
shake
chemistry
up.
coming together at all.
But
Maybe
here's my
shake
thing.
up.
Here's my problem. My problem is how does certain people constantly get retreaded to positions and they've proven that they can't perform.
Let's just say that.
They keep you relevant. It's like you want to stay relevant, it's fine. But I don't understand how when you have too many qualified coaches out there who aren't getting any looks, and we keep bringing the same
people back.
He shows you through 3 different decades that it doesn't work.
Well,
3 different ways, 4 different teams.
But it's the politics.
Go ahead. The politics
it's
and
the privilege of it.
The privilege, politics and privilege, it all goes together. But there's also a lot more that goes into play on the behind the scenes when they are interviewing these people, because several of them have taken sit downs. Let's say that. There's other people who have taken sit downs, but you have to think the mental state of people handling something that is that high level stress and X, Y, and Z. Everybody's not ready.
Here's the deal. That's not even the case.
Look.
That's not even the case at all. The deal is this. So the way sports, especially professional basketball, I just know because I have to have just that much insight, knowing people and being involved just a hair, it's the good old boy network.
It is.
To the extreme level. It's my friends. It's people I know. It's
that's
right.
Sports, that's sports
but
people,
what kills me though is the GM of the Philadelphia 76ers is Elton Brand. Elton Brand is a young black GM who was just playing the NBA 7, 8, 9 years ago. So I'm just really curious to where that call is coming from.
He is held at even a higher standard to participate in the good old boy system because they allowed him in.
Well, Monty Williams is the same guy, basically a young black professional player. That's the GM over Phoenix Suns. He hired Monty. I'm lying. Monty Williams got hired in Phoenix. His GM is James Jones, who played with LeBron in Cleveland.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't know. It's just real curious to see how all that works out. I'm real curious to see how it works out for the Rockets, but it's just it kills me how we retread the same coaches. And not to, and as I get off of this topic, I had someone I spoke to about the black and white coaches, and I say this, and it's whether it's in sports or whether it's in life, racism, privilege, whatever you want to call it, is not determined in the elite and the best. Don't tell me that it's fine because I hired the best black coach available. Yep. It's determined in the averages. When you have the middle, and all the middle is one way because you don't take the chance in the middle of your average coach being black or your average person being black. That's when you determine where your privilege lies. Yeah. But ultimately, we're done with that. We're done with that right now. I'm just done with that. We're done with that. Let's move on.
Let's talk about these Seahawks.
You want to talk about these Seahawks? We talk about these Seahawks. You seem a little excited about these.
You said what
she said. Seahawks. She said Seahawks in Sierra voice. Seahawks.
I love Russell. I don't care what nobody says.
He did. What you say? He did all the stuff the right way, didn't he? He keep trying.
Well, he came around. Eventually, he got
hard,
there. Eventually, he got there. I respect the dog mess out of Russell Wilson. Heck of a guy. He's actually a professional baseball player. You know, he was married first. He realized he got out of that situation. He found a beautiful wife, and he handled a beautiful situation. But on the court, on the field, he's been nothing but wonderful since the day. So then he's handled himself nothing but proper. I honestly believe
Sierra can shake it on a 9-piece.
Right. I used to say this thing. No, I got you. Okay, it was I used to say that Russell.
Too much for the morning. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm just saying.
I used to say that Russell Wilson and Steph Curry were the same person. And go back and look at it, they're almost the same person.
They really are. For their league, they are. It's like upstanding work ethic. There's not much you can say about them. They do enough to get like a part of like the headlines, but then enough to stay out of all of the drama.
No, they're wonderful. They're wonderful fathers. They're wonderful husbands. You know, I think they both
they're like the ideal team captain. You know, like the team captain never really gets in any trouble. They're just good enough to motivate the people. You want to work out with them.
Who's your team captain?
Yeah, like who's your team captain in your life? Right. Let us know down low in the comments.
Right, real talk. But I do want to talk about my man. Speaking of team captain,
okay,
I gotta get my man prime time. Deion Sanders, congratulations. He's named the new head coach of Jackson State University. I can't be happier about this news. And he's been so. First of all, I'm saying this: Deion Sanders has been coaching and worked his way through coaching, whether it be Little League, high school, whatever it is. That he's coached his way through. He's helped numerous number of high school athletes, high school kids in Dallas, some in Florida where he's from, and he's decided to take the next level. Let's be honest, Deion Sanders wanted just coach. He could have made a phone call and been a coach in the NFL. He could have been an assistant coach at Florida State a long time ago if he wanted to do it. But the way he's doing it and reasons why he's doing it, he's bringing that resurgence back to HBCUs. He's helping funnel that money back to HBCUs. He's helping the kids who get written off the first time they sneeze the wrong way by the bigger institution.
Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you spread back that knowledge to your hometown, to your whatever, reach out to those people because you know those people are having a hard time. There's lots of students. This is their very first time, whether it be school or whatever else, and they don't understand that one little change, one little twist in that person's head or the right person reaching out can change their entire life. Like, I was definitely one of those people. I was really screwing up when I got started. If I would have had one person say, hey, you really need to focus on X, Y, and Z because those are the pieces.
I agree.
No, seriously.
Even in business, those little tidbits of knowledge is what takes people to the next level, what gets them that next dollar, what keeps them going in the right direction. Just those little bitty pieces. So I'm proud of him for that.
No, I've talked to a number of athletes, and you'd be surprised how many athletes said, you know, they've had 100 coaches, and they've had great coaches for 4 years and 6 years, but it was what they said one day that changed everything. And so, you know, definitely. And I shout to him. He's hired Terrell Owens as a wide receiver coach. He's hired Warren Sapp as his D-line coach.
Okay. Yo, JSU, I'm sorry, but y'all about to be.
No, but they're going to be lit. But on top of that, they're playing the SWAC. So FAMU is now in the SWAC.
Yeah.
That's going to bring a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We just had the number one quarterback in the state of New York commit to Grambling over. Like, so that resurgence is going to come.
Support
he already
your
got
teams.
Top players from SEC, Mississippi State cornerback coming. What that does, it's not all Deion Sanders, right? But I think that resurgence of black colleges, because we were that way for a long time, and those guys made it to the pros.
Yeah.
And I think it's a shame that they got pushed down, and that they took the money, they took our talents, They took the fanfare that we created and became billionaires off of it, and we got nothing for it. I'm all behind. I went to HBCU. I played golf at HBCU. Tons of HBCU in my family. My niece.
He did.
No, I did. My niece plays volleyball at HBCU right now. I really, really, think this is dope. I can't be happy about what's going on.
I think this is going to be great.
You can't tell by his setup.
I know.
I know. It matches up, right?
It matches. It's like full black, and we're here for it. No, but what I do like is two things. So I love what you said about the resurgence of the black excellence when it comes to education and things like that. I really think that it's going to. I will say, and I can say this because I'm aware of the area that I was raised in. The idea, and this is another thing. So where I wanted to go to a different school because there was a black coach that I wanted so bad. My sister ran under him. Okay. And I was like, I want to run under him. Like, this is going to be the thing. But then my parents sent me somewhere else because it was a newer school, but it was very white. Right. Yes. So it was like the only bit of black culture I had was home and like, my church and stuff. And like, so I had to hold on to that so much, but then I had to assimilate at the same time. Like it really, really was really challenging. But when now you can have spaces to, and then it also led to like my furthering into my education. I didn't think about HBCUs in the manner that I did. Like my friends that went to certain HBCUs, I was just like, okay, yeah, and I got accepted into Grambling. I should have went, but I didn't. I chose a PW. Well, actually, I call it a PMI. I
was about to say, what's she about to call this school? Come on.
PMI. Incarnate Word. Shut up.
Tell us what it is.
All Mexicans. I love you. So it's nothing but like Mexicans and black folks. There was a lot of us from Houston.
Are they Mexican or Hispanic?
No, they was mixed.
Right.
Okay, and I love y'all. I love you guys. I love you guys. But no, like it changed. Like when you start thinking about these neighborhoods that we moved into, and then the narrative of going to like a PWI is going to make you this, and this. It's not true, right? And so like now the conversations in the home should really be back to go to an HBCU, go to this school because this is going to look good on your resume. This is going to help you in the, it's going to build up our community.
I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Also, last thing, I love seeing professional players go to colleges. Like coach in colleges.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think that is the coolest thing ever because we all know where they're trying to go, and it's nothing like having a coach who can give you game.
It shows that they're willing to pick up the pieces just like everybody else. If I've got to coach college before I can go to the league and be a phenomenal coach or at the top of my game, then I'm gonna do it. I like it. We know that these people have tried and worked hard to not only have a successful career, but now they're changing lanes. They're going to be teachers, basically, because that's what it is when you get to college. You're helping these people become the people that you used to be, really, when you think about it. So everybody pass down a little bit of knowledge, and we're going to keep doing the same thing, too, right here on I'm Just Saying, and we'll be right back.
people stop talking to each other. Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Well, hello out there. Hey, my name is Dwayne Hines with Real Talk Real Estate, along with my sidekick,
Damian Hughes.
Hey, and we are the double D's of real estate. So look, if you're out there and you've been interested in owning a home, but you've been getting run around and you don't know how the process goes, hey, dial the number on the bottom of your screen. Give us a call. Get some real talk, real solutions on all your real estate concerns. We are the double D's of real estate.
Be sure to catch us every Wednesday on Edge Radio at 11:30 for Real Talk Real Estate. D. Hines, Damian Hughes, the double D's.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and you know, sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And you know, my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. You know, I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay.
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Guys, welcome back to I'm Just Saying on the one and only Edge Radio TV network. I'm here with my girl, Simply.Tania.
Yes, that's who I am.
And Miles Anthony.
I am him. You see the sigh in which she said that? That means you should find out why she's sighing.
You should not find out why I'm
it's definitely worth the sigh.
We're also
it's
still
worth the sigh.
We're also trying to find out why it's IY.
Oh, yep, nope, and you guys will never find out. We are live at Midtown Bar and Grill. Guys, I want to make sure that I invite you out this weekend. We are doing a voter registration drive here at Midtown Bar and Grill.
Come meet us in person.
Come meet us in person. Sign up to be a Friends in Benny. Like, we really need some Friends in Bennies here, guys. We are here live every Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 10 a.m.
We've
we
got
would love for you to come and join
spread
us.
Out for you.
Yes, we social distance you, but we would love for you to be a part of our live studio audience. If you are interested in actually being on the show, advertising your business, if you're a musician, if you're a comedian, we had a comedian the other day.
Oh God, that went so good. That was so fun.
Yes, reach out to us.
I'm just playing. I'm not that funny.
You're really not that funny. Reach out to us, and we would love to have you on the show with us. Now, Tania.
Yes. Yes. Are we ready for me already? I thought that we were gonna. What did we say? We were gonna do something else.
No, I thought we were going to talk about movies and films.
Oh, yeah, the movies.
You're supposed to tell us what's good. What can we watch? Because it's, you know, the weather is starting to drop. It's getting a little. It's getting a little chilly.
You know, tell you how cool. I'll tell you something. I went out this morning. We'll get back to your thing.
I got my
and I opened my patio because I left something on my patio. So I opened my patio and I was like, oh.
You left something.
Oh.
You felt it?
Oh. I go give me a sweatshirt. I give me a something today. Like, it was some other than a t-shirt today. I was so excited.
I felt so good.
I love it.
My accent has come out. I felt so good when I walked out this morning. I was like, I need a coat.
Oh, I go to the back of the closet today. I get to go to the back of the closet.
I got to put my pullover on. I got my little jacket over there. I've
been wearing t-shirts for the last 10 months. I was like, I can wear something else.
But weather like this, lead you into cuffing season. And I mean, I'm still an open free agent, so just in case you guys care. No, but no,
really?
it leads to Netflix and chilling
on the radio.
Huh?
Do I advertise on the radio for
your
show?
I'm not available. I'm joking. But
here we go.
Look at my.
The cover up.
It's me and Jesus. It's me and Jesus. Anyway, but it is going to be me and Jesus doing this some Netflix and chilling, because there is a new show that's getting ready to come out, Social Dilemma. Have you guys heard about that? Actually, it's already out.
I keep saying I'm watching.
No, we were waiting for Miss Charlie to tell us. Tell us all about it, Charlie.
Well, apparently, it kind of talks about the impact of social media on our lives and how we communicate with each other and how it's kind of distance us from one another. You know how we always say social media has brought us together, country to country, state to state, city to city, and you can reconnect with friends. But apparently that's not happening. In 2020.
Because people are stepping back. We've talked about this. We've talked about people hiding behind, social media to get their swerve on. And the swipe right and swipe left is definitely not making you have a conversation. It's making you look at the appearance. You go do what you're going to do, and then you dip out. You don't have to ever deal with these people again if you don't want to. Then leave.
Y'all tripping.
I like that. You leave it,
Swipe,
Mom,
then leave.
Then leave. Leave with us, Mom. Then leave.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Then leave, Miles.
I'm a grown ass man, dog. I'm not doing that. Here's the thing.
Then leave. Hey.
I think social media hasn't brought people closer together. I think it's brought personas closer together.
Ooh.
It's who you want to be for the moment, or who you can act like you are, or who you know what I mean. That has brought those things closer together. But we don't know how to be people anymore. We don't know how to. I see it in the kids nowadays, and I'm not.
Let me say this: there are several of us out there who are still very real.
A lot of us are.
Now, I don't take to social media with the cussing and whatever else because
and you ain't being real.
My kids are on my social media.
But that's my point.
And that's real. I'm a mom. And I don't feel like that's something that I need to share with y'all.
I agree with you. But here's what I'm saying.
Unless you in my presence.
So
go get the business.
So there's a lot of things in my life that are personal. I don't feel is social media worthy. And it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, that was before.
No, I agree with you. But that means like if we're getting to know each other as friends, we're getting to know each other, then these things will also be included.
Right.
So therefore, even if you're being real, you're not being 100% because some stuff doesn't belong to these random people.
Correct.
So therefore, it does change a little bit of who they really get to know.
They say that you're not being real and X, Y, and Z because you don't act like that at home. At home is for my select few friends.
Agreed. I agree 1,000%.
Y'all don't get it all until somebody gonna give me that check. Then y'all can get it all. Okay?
Talking about
your house
that
is for sale?
check, though.
House is for sale? Families for sale?
Pay me.
But talking about getting that check, though, you know what? A group of people that are getting a check, Schitt's Creek is getting checks on checks on checks. They won so many different categories during the Emmys, and they're coming back for season 6. This month, this coming month. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it's
something
really
you can binge.
Plenty of Black Emmy winners this
I like
year.
talking about stuff that you can binge. I want to also say, if y'all have not seen Idris Elba's movie, The Take.
Oh, I want to see it.
If you have not seen The Take, definitely go see this. It is set in France.
Idris is fine.
So we get some accents and everything. You know, I'm all for the accents and hot men.
He gets to use his natural accent.
Hot men. I'm all for all of that. So yeah, make sure you go check that one out.
Is the Take like his show that he had, Luther? Oh, Luther was amazing.
What'd you say? Amazing.
Oh my God, he was
I
in his
love that
natural
this
accent.
guy. You know, I love that. Look, I love that this guy can really get into these action roles.
Yes.
When I say he can kick if he's not a real fighter, you know,
yeah.
If he's not a real fighter, his choreography for these fights looks amazing.
He's a great
he does
actor.
A really good job.
But he's been practicing and doing like all these small films and like films that we don't get to see, things that are on like BBC. He's been doing that for a few years, so now it's nice for us to actually get to see that in America. Because unless you go looking for it, you don't get to see him in these different roles. Yeah. But speaking of Black excellence, my last two things are, you know, we're all excited about these shows that are coming back. I've been on Girlfriends. I'm on season 2. I don't know why it's taking me so long to get out of season 2, but I have been like in my feels. One-on-One is coming back. You know what?
So they're just gonna show. So Yeah, 101 was tight. I actually like 101. But so you're just saying you're going back and watch. They're bringing it back to watch.
Yeah, to Netflix. We get our half and half, and 101 will be added to the list of.
Can I get
Black
Rock?
excellence.
Netflix? Can we get Rock? Prime, Hulu, somebody? Can we get Rock,
So I
please?
wanted to also tell you that last night I watched Menace to Society and seen your boy, and I was like,
Charles S. Dutton is my dude.
Your dude is on the movie.
I love Charles S. Dutton, man. Nah.
Yeah, we have started definitely tapping back into these oldies, and so I like that. You know, I watched Menace to Society. We took time to kind of jam out to the soundtrack afterwards.
Yeah.
So that is what we do at our house.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. So speaking of girlfriends, real quick, they're talking about remaking Friends with a black cast,
I saw
which
that.
irritates the heck out of me.
No,
We don't need it.
No, let me
we
tell you what.
had
It was
already.
called Living Single.
Thank
They did that already.
you.
Living Single was a remake. I mean, Friends was stolen straight from Living Single.
We already have that.
We already had that. I hate how they
Tried
take
to
our
just
stuff.
give us
that
Living
they did
Single
not-
back.
Give me
But-
Living Single
Okay,
back.
so but this is why I'm here for it. Y'all know I have to be the
I love
antagonist
Friends.
in
I ain't
all
gonna
of
lie
this.
to you. I like
I
Friends.
love Friends, but it's not about Friends at all. It's about these new characters that we have not allowed these young actors and actresses to be able to be a part of. Like, who would you
They're
like
so
to see
bad.
in it?
But here's my. I don't
Who,
know.
who would you like to get close to?
There's like
We don't know them.
Here's-
who
And
could be
that's the
Sinclair?
problem.
But-
No one could be Sinclair.
Thank you. I don't know anybody right now who's, you
But
know.
my issue is this. This is what issue I have about all the remakes, whether it be movies and TVs. This shows that when you take arts out of a lot of people's, like, the creativity is gone. Have we got to the point where we run out of ideas that we're just redoing everybody's stuff?
But everything is a redo of a redo of
I mean,
a redo
people
of
have
a
redone
redo.
over
There is
time, but
nothing
like
new
now,
under the sun.
Yeah, especially in America.
I mean, but a lot of times at least they try to like hide it and make it a different thing. You know, you can tell.
They're gonna play
Yeah.
the Jedi mind tricks. They're gonna
Now they
trick you.
just like, yo, we just
Yeah,
gonna
I
redo
don't-
everything that was out.
The only thing that I would love to see would be a remake of the Golden Girls, and the only reason why is because Sophia has so much like
She was gangster.
Yo, she
She was
was.
gangster.
She had to be played by sister,
Like-
or they gotta add black people to the show.
You know
like,
who should
bring
play
them back
Sophia?
and
Nah,
add some
you
black
know who should
folks
play
in there.
Sophia though?
Huh?
You know who should play Sophia?
Who?
Jennifer Lewis. Like she'd kill it as
Oh
Sophia.
yes.
But
Say, oh yeah.
so here's my one show I
yes.
wouldn't mind them remaking. I think it'd be really dope to remake. Would be A Different World, and I know they kind of tried to with when Grownish,
Grownish.
but it really wasn't. Like if you
This kid's too soft.
yeah, I think if you
You
did a
can't go
different,
there
like a
with that.
true
Grownish didn't appeal to me
HBCU
for some reason.
remake,
Yeah.
I think that'd be dope beyond belief. I think that would be a fly.
I think Dear White People got close to it. Dear White People got real
Real
Oh,
close.
Dear White People was.
But you know
good.
what? The movie Dear White People was a lot better than the show
It
for me.
was.
The show, I
made
kind
it
of
feel
fell
a little
off.
bit more hard hitting.
The show, I kind of fell off, kind of like halfway through. I never finished the season.
I didn't finish
of
it
that.
either.
Yeah.
Whatever. So
Look at my face. Anyway,
Well,
sorry.
I think
I
that'd
think,
be really
you know,
dope.
I'm not really apologizing. I'm just saying.
Look, she's just saying. Well, I'm just saying, support black shows. Keep watching them. Go back in your fields. We're going into the fall. Who knows what's going to happen
Right.
with Corona? Who knows what's going to happen with this election season? So if you need a little escape, just go back to when things were
Corona,
a little
let
bit
up for a little bit,
simple,
please.
a
Can
little
you-
easy. We've got more hurricanes coming. They said we've got like 20 some more coming.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
They're
You know?
supposed
We got
to
a
be,
lot of
they're
TV to
supposed to
watch.
be 20 over the season.
We got a lot
20
to-
over the
Can
course. So
we-
we're on number 4.
Before we get out this segment, we kind of touched over the Emmys, right?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
Emmy, the Emmy winners.
Well, you missed it on Tuesday.
Oh well, I'm sorry.
No, go
Well,
ahead.
I'm gonna give my 2 points on the Emmys. One, first of all, personally, one of my really good friends, Roxy, got her. She nominated for. She won an Emmy.
Well, congratulations,
She
Roxy.
his was best. She won an Emmy for her work on Blackish and was the first person on Blackish to win an Emmy. She does hair on Blackish. She does all the hair on Blackish.
Okay.
Congratulations, Roxy.
Whoop,
But
whoop.
also,
Right,
I
right,
think
right, 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 right.
I think it's crazy that this actually happened this year in the Emmys. This is bananas.
What?
Do you know who Stan Lathan is?
Mm-hmm.
So Stan Lathan is Sanaa Lathan's dad.
Okay.
He has produced.
His dad, her dad.
He has produced and directed shows going all the way back to Good Times, going all the way back to.
You know they say they're all related, ladies and gentlemen.
No, yeah. So that's her dad. So going back to Jefferson's, going back to All in the
Oh,
Family.
wow.
And he's done everything that you've known, everything
Yep.
from Family Matters to Help with the Cosby Show to
Yep.
Dave Chappelle specials. To this day, he's still doing it. And he won his first Emmy this year.
Oh, Oh, wow.
all these years.
Now that's an amazing announcement.
It's an amazing announcement. It's also an atrocity that it took
very
40 years for Stan Lathan of all people.
That means they were really fishing for people to put in there so they could show the Black Lives Matter. What you think?
No, it doesn't. That means they really pushed him out for so many years.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Stan on that.
Congratulations.
I know you're watching,
anything
Stan.
away from you.
Stan, I know you're watching.
We love
I got you. We love you, Stan.
Oh, yeah, that's
the
amazing.
whole family are all cool and eclectic. I love it.
No, I love it because his wife was a dancer, and that's what Samara got. Her training actually came through dancing before she became
family
an
of the arts.
That's
amazing.
Love it to death.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, you know it is now time for Tennille's touchy subjects. And thanks to your girl over here, we're gonna make sure that we keep it kind of light because she's still been rehashing these conversations while she's out there in the cigar bars. So we've definitely added a little edge to her conversations. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, this week, y'all, these females now, guys, I'm gonna tell you, we are not excluding you from us helping or discussing your issues as well, okay? Yeah. We would love for you to DM us your touchy subjects so that we can discuss them on air and see if you handled them the right way, okay? So this is my invitation to men. I know y'all don't like putting your business out there, but I promise I won't say who you are. Just go ahead, write it in. We know y'all got some situations too.
She don't even tell us who y'all are because I'll be asking, like, who said that? She's like, I can't tell you.
Okay, so I am a 30+, still fine as wine, and currently dating an amazing man. But my ex reached out to me the other day and just wants to go for coffee.
Before you go any further.
No.
The fact that she said 30+ and still fine as wine, lets me know she's really 50+. But go
I was
ahead.
about to say, I was about to say,
Nobody
30 is young.
Fine as wine. She might be closer to 60+. That's fine and wine.
Okay, so she's trying to let y'all know that she's not no young
I'm
buck.
10+.
Okay.
I'm fine as wine. I got you. Go ahead.
My ex hit me up and says he simply wants to take me out for coffee. What y'all think this ex want to talk about? Mm-hmm. I ran the idea past my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She's trying to do the right thing, okay? Are y'all listening? She's trying to do the right thing. He wigged out on me. I, at that time, invited him to join us so that he would know that nothing was going on, okay? He proceeded to tell me how I don't owe my ex-ish and why was I trying to prove something to him. So she clearly was not expecting that. She still wants to go out to the coffee date with the ex. How does she proceed? How does she proceed, ladies and gentlemen? Put your comments down right now. We are watching Facebook Live right now to see what you have to say about this, because I'm one of those. If you dating me and you brought it to me, first of all, I already think you know you was about to be in the wrong because you brought it to me.
Or she just respected them.
What they want to talk about? What they got to talk about?
I don't care. Have fun. Let me know how it goes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, you have to trust your partner. Like, you can't dictate that is an insecure. Like, for you to try to control someone else, that is heavily speaking to your insecurity. You can't run somebody else's
But she brought
life.
it to him. She could have very well just gone on.
That's what I'm saying.
I think she knows his personality. She may very well know his personality and knows that he's not going to go for it.
No, not even that. I think she was being respectful, and I respect.
Being respectful.
Now, it'd be a whole lot different if she did it and didn't bring it to me. Then I maybe think, but the fact that you brought it to me was like, yo, such and such want to meet up. I'm gonna go, talk to him in a while. It's gonna be cool. Because I mean, just because you're an ex, we're adults. I could be friends and be cool with people I used to date.
Okay, so here's the next thing. Does it make a difference if it's daytime coffee or evening coffee?
No.
First of all, it's evening coffee.
Only difference it makes for me is letting me know what cigar lounge I'm gonna go sit at while you gone, and what I'm gonna do while you gone.
Okay. So Miles has other agendas and things to do. Charlie also says that you wouldn't care if your guy decided to go meet up with an ex.
No, have some coffee.
Okay.
Here's my thing.
Just don't sneak around and be weird about it. Like, if afterwards you can't, if you tell me that you're going to go get coffee and then afterwards you can't tell me what the conversation was about, which basically I'm not going to ask, I'm just wait for you to say something. Then at that moment I'm like, okay, well, you're being really weird. Like, what are you hiding from me? But we're adults.
But we could have avoided all that, Charlie.
I can't run your life.
No.
But Charlie, we could have avoided all of that by just not going.
That doesn't make sense.
That's dumb.
So as a guy, this is what I look at as a guy. So as a guy, this is the way I look at it. There are some insecurities that are a lot more tolerable on women than they are on men. Insecurity is one of them. Jealousy is. Not saying that this is cool because I'm not tolerating it at all, but you kind of understand because insecurity and jealousy comes with emotion, and women tend to be a lot more emotion driven than men. So when you're a guy and you're starting to look like you're driven by emotion, it's a really bad look.
That means there's already something there
Right.
that's underlined.
But-
And I think she knows that he was gonna
Right.
be.
But on top of
acting
that,
funny.
this is the way I look at it. And guys, you can rock with me if you want to. You don't if you don't have to. My thing is this: on any woman that's worth her salt, that's worth your time, if you have her attention, there's not another guy. I don't care who he is. I don't care if he's the man down the street. I don't care if he's Jesus. I don't care if he's Idris Elba.
The fact that she threw the fine in there is telling me that she thinks she still look good and she want to let this man know that she made it past
The fact she threw the fine in there lets me know that this guy allows her to believe that she's fine. Because he could honestly knock that down if he wanted to. He wanted to be the.
What you talking about, the ex or the?
No, her
we
dude.
have a comment.
Okay, let's go.
So Denise said that door with the X should already be closed though. What
Thank
is
you,
the need for the
Denise. It's a
check-in?
whole world.
Then
If you run into each other, that's one thing. But if you're going to set up a whole date, you call me knowing I got a new man. And X,
So let me
Y, and
ask-
Z,
let me ask you
that's a
this.
lot. But hold on, I got one more thing though. This girl is only boyfriend and girlfriend. She said her boyfriend. She did not say her husband. You know, maybe
Either
the door
way.
is not closed on the inside.
Here's my thing. How many people?
Thank you, Denise.
How many exes can y'all get in touch with? Or maybe, I know you're married. You might want to answer this question. So, Charlie, how many exes can you possibly get in touch with through social media or through a phone? Like,
All of them.
All of them, right?
All of them.
Like,
Except for one. I would maybe.
I
would never talk to
I didn't
this
say
guy,
would. I said
ever.
could.
He could never get in contact with
I
me.
got you.
And I don't even know how to get back to him. I don't want to.
No,
get
that's
back
what I'm
to
saying.
him.
Like we have exes on social media so we're like times have moved on and we're cool. We're not a week out, so we're not still upset at each other.
And she's
Like,
30 plus,
and-
so she should be grown about it.
Right. And so, like, going back to my point, as a guy, if you feel an insecurity toward what your woman may or may not do, that means that you're not doing all things that you know you can do to make sure that she's happy with you.
But
if she's happy with you, then go do whatever. Go sit in the brothel or do
I
if
think
that's what
that
you
at
want to
this
do, and then I
point,
can do
even
about
if
it.
they were happy before, now that she brought up the fact that she wants to go on a date with this guy, basically, because that's what it is. Let's not be
So,
around the bush.
comment-wise-
Hold on 1 second.
Oh.
She went around. She did this. Now she is giving him an insecurity as to why she
That's
wants
his
to go
fault.
out with this guy.
That's
so
his
go.
fault. So Max Wani Jean says, honestly, I tell her to go ahead. But Jay Vanderbilt got right behind and said, as long as there's no alternative motives behind it. How do you know what the motives
You
are?
would never know.
You don't know what the motives are.
There's definitely a motive.
There has to
somewhere.
be a trust level.
I think it has to be trust. What I don't understand is like just me being in his presence is not gonna make me fall back in love with him. So if you're tripping over that little situation,
How you know?
No. Oh, I know.
He might put the whole offer out there and be like, "Look, I'm
gonna say, well, I'm in
I've
a
been living my
relationship."
life these past couple months without you, and I need you back.
No,
I'm
I
ready to
think-
do all those pieces
Not
that
even-
you was asking me."
Hold up, that conversation is not gonna get her back. But he can. Now, I'm not gonna lie. He can possibly plant and say the things that he knows she'll like to
Yeah.
eventually get her back.
Yeah.
But that falls back on the trust of the person. I'm not dating him. I'm dating her. So it falls back on the trust of the person. Period.
Crystal said, why does he need to see his ex? Like, I really want to know. I think my ex should have definitely. Oh, social media friends and meeting up are two different things, in my opinion.
Meeting up is
Are
personal.
you sure? I mean, but
we're gonna hug. We're gonna smell
I can
each
see
other's
you out.
face. Like,
It's like-
he might have that cologne on that she used to like. Like it
if
could
he's
be
still
a
wearing the
lot.
same cologne that I used to like, and it's what 2 years from now,
Then I know he's trying to trap.
No, then I'm not happy because that means he ain't done no changes in his life and he
He
hasn't
ain't did
found
no growth.
anything new. He has not grown, and I don't want you in the same cologne. Okay.
She said, "Don't wear the same cologne." Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Some people just have those set ways. You know, they're old school and they want to keep it that way.
If you want to sit there and be mad about stuff that you had no control over your whole life.
These two
your whole life.
are definitely out on controlling people through telling them who they can and cannot see. I'm a little bit different, but like we said, I am the only person that is sitting up here right now that's married, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't need nobody calling Anthony Thomas talking about they want to go
You've
out
been married
for coffee.
for like 7 minutes.
For coffee.
It's like she got
You
like
have. You
40
got a
years in the
COVID
box.
wedding.
You
been
can't
married-
call him and ask him for no coffee.
I was married for 4 years.
'cause
And
here's the
call
key.
and go and do
'Cause
all you want to.
if I accidentally run through that same coffee shop and you didn't tell me, even though she did the respectful thing and told, most guys are not going to upset your aura by saying I'm going out with my ex. They're not going to do this. This was nice. This was respectful. She didn't have to do it, but she did. She chose to. If I run across that coffee shop and y'all sitting up there and I know that this is somebody that you used to talk to and you did not tell me, baby, that's a whole nother.
But she told him it's respectful thing. She told him.
She told him. She tried to be respectful, and
She
I'm all
told him
here
she
for
wasn't
it.
asking for permission.
And if that's what you feel like you want to do, boo, go do it. Go do it. That's all we can say. Wow.
All I know is the new bae. Don't do that. Whoever you are.
This girl is hilarious. Oh my
New
god.
bae.
New bae. Don't you do it. Don't be playing games,
do
new
it.
bae. And please wear some fresh new cologne that just came out last season, okay?
Yes, please.
Do that. She wants the guy that's walking through Dillard's and catching the whiffs and sniffs, okay?
Don't go to Dillard.
Is that Dillard's
Ladies
still open?
and
That's what I'm saying.
the Dillards.
Does he get that service merchandise?
Dillard's.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, Dillard's still open? Montgomery Ward?
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, if you like Tennille's touchy subjects, please remember that segment is also up for a sponsor. But we are going to need you to keep writing in. Tell us these things, solutions for this person, y'all. We were supposed to be telling her what she should do.
If he does not respect it, then the best thing you can do is, if you want to save your relationship, just don't do it. However, I also feel like if he's trying to tell you what to do and run your life, sis, move on, because there's a man out there will not run your life.
That's why she everybody homegirl. You heard her. That's why she everybody homegirl. She
And
that
brother.
homegirl that's gonna keep you single.
And brother too, because women will do that to men too. Like, don't let nobody run your life, but you can be respectful to that person. Let them know. And anybody else who's in the situation, don't be out here sneaking around, because Houston is small.
Start off telling them the truth, okay?
Tiny.
It's much easier to go through the course of the relationship like that if they know who you really are. Go.
Pay attention to the red flags. Jealousy starts really small.
Yes.
Pay attention to the red flags and becomes really big later.
Okay. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the show. I hope that you liked it, but here's the thing. We are still having this voter registration drive, okay?
On Saturday.
We need you to come and bring all those newbies out who have not ever taken a part in the political process. Let them get registered to vote. Even if they decide to change their mind and not go through with it, this, that, and the other, they still need to be registered in time, because I believe, what is the deadline to be registered? It's like October the 30th or something like that. Please, please, please make sure that you come on out. We want to make sure that everybody's registered to vote, whether they do it or not. You know, even if they decide that, they're not going to be a part of this rigmarole, they still need to have their voice, their opinion put on paper, just in case. Just in case. Let's go sign them up. Let's get them here. The 18-year-olds who are all saying right now that they don't care, because we talked about that.
Yes.
They're saying this don't affect them. That's what they're saying, but it's okay. We know that it affects you. You may change your mind later. Let's go ahead and get it done right here, Midtown Bar and Grill, 415 West Gray Street, Saturday from 4 to 7. Make
Sign
sure you
up
come
to
out.
be a friend in Benny.
Come out.
And meet us in
There's
person.
plenty of ways to register to vote.
And you can get a swag bag.
But we're only going to tell you about those after
Swag
our
bags.
event. So we'll tell you about the rest of them next week.
Swag bags. Yes, exactly. Because there's one that's phenomenal that I thought about popping by on Friday. So if you can't get on there Saturday, you can come on Friday. You're going to be there?
Did you say that?
I thought about
Did
going
you read what you just said?
What did I say?
You said if you can't make it on Saturday, then come by on Friday. Like if
Not
you
here.
miss Saturday, come by on Friday.
If you are not available to do it on Saturday,
okay.
there's other places that you can go on Friday. I'm just saying.
But ours is the most important, because we'll be there.
Right. Our producer's about to lose his wrist.
I know. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will talk to you next Tuesday.
Do it.